Alright, today I had, well, 3 of the videos planned, but I ran out of time, and then the postman came. So, while he's cleaning that up, let's go and take a look at what I got. So this actually didn't come in the post. This I picked up from the LGS yesterday. So, Fiend Artisan. Fiend Artisan being a black-green 2 of each hybrid for a 1/1 Nightmare. Okay, it gets +1/+1 for each creature in my graveyard. Yeah, that's okay. But, X, and spend black or green, sack another creature. Search library for creature card with CMC X or less, toss in the battlefield, then shuffle. You only do it as a sorcery. And if you can't untap him, you can do it only once per turn effectively. Which is kind of like Birthing Pod, isn't it? In fact, that's why I got this guy. He's going to replace Birthing Pod in Korvald, because Korvald has some problems jumping from 4 to 5, starts getting tough. I don't have a lot of 5s. 5 to 6, that doesn't really work. 6 to 7, there's only 2 things at 7, only 2 things at 6. So this is going to replace Birthing Pod in Korvald. Scoot Swarm. I actually thought about not picking this up. I actually thought, when I looked at it and thought about it more, I thought maybe I shouldn't get it because of the trigger problem. So, 2 and a green for a 1/1 with landfall. Whenever the land enters battlefield under my control, I get a 1/1 green bug. If I have 6 more lands, instead I create a copy of Scoot Swarm. And then if I play another land, I get 2 copies per, so 4. And then 8, and then 16, and they just keep doubling exponentially. And I'm probably getting the math wrong. Had a bit of rum already because it's a lovely day. But anyway, because of the trigger problem, I thought maybe this is going to be a pain in the ass and everybody's going to get pissed off at me for playing it because of the triggers. Resolving all the triggers. But Korvald really doesn't play that many... Oh shit. If I have Scoot Swarm, I sacrifice all my lands to Zern Orb, which is something I plan to do, as a way of buffing him up for an Alpha Strike. And then if I have World Shaper, and I sacrifice World Shaper and all those lands go... Oh shit. Then I have all these triggers. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have got this. Well, I don't have to put it in Korvald. Christ. It's good to think things through, isn't it? Anyway, let's keep moving on. So, Endrixar Master Breeder. Mark Teeden did the original version of this art, and the foil is quite expensive. Lucas Graziano did this one, and it's cheap, so I bought this one. So 4 and a black for a 2/2 Human Wizard. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you get that many black Thrall creature tokens, where X of the spell's mana value. When I have 7 or more of these Thralls, sacrifice him. So, on the surface, it could be if I cast 2 or 3 creatures, then he dies, right? Because I would have 7. But if I'm sacrificing them, remember it's the Thrall tokens. Max, shut it.
I'll get him.
Okay, deal with the kitty. So, if I'm sacking the Thralls, then there's less of them to reach that 7, magical 7 marker number. And if I'm creating other tokens, then it doesn't matter. And in any case, I'm playing black. I can always dig him back out of the graveyard and put his ass to work. So that is going into Korvald. Scoot Swarm now. Now that I think about it, I don't know. Okay, I was looking at taking out Elish Norn from Voja. Not sure if I will. I'll probably take out something else. But somebody recommended this to me on the channel. So 2 green white, 3/3 Elf Scout. Tolsimir, friend to wolves. When he enters the battlefield, I create Voja, friend to elves. Legendary 3/3, just Voja. Just like Tolsimir Wolfsblood made. Whenever a wolf enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 3 life, and that creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Now, what's funny is I didn't read that up to. So when, and I can't remember his name, but when he recommended it on my channel, I said, well, didn't get him at first because I don't want my wolves having to randomly fight creatures. And he said, read the card, it's up to, you don't have to do it. And I read the card, and it's up to, and he's right, I don't have to do it. So, Tolsimir is going to go work for Voja. And then somebody else said Fracturing Gust is a little narrow. I like that it's an instant, and I like that it gained life, but he could be right. So I got these. These are cheap. Secret Lairs, and they were this cheap. I think they're 50 crowns each. So I got this Cleansing Nova. Well, 2 Cleansing Novas. 3 white. Either destroy all the creatures or destroy all the artifacts or enchantments. So I got that, and then I got the sketch one. And I like how, if you look at it, the sketch one, you can actually see it's a couple in the sky, and he's like some kind of weird unicorn dude, and they're embracing. And then you can clearly see signature, right? You look over here at this one, and it's really, it looks, I thought it was a horse at first, because this kind of looks like a horse's face. You can barely see their faces come together. You really have to squint and look at it. So I don't like the finished art as much as the sketch, but I do like that it's fleshed out more in color. And they were cheap, so I bought 1 of each. So I've got 2 Cleansing Novas. Not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I'm sure I can think of something. Alright, for Kasale Pride Mage, my Troll Worship deck from the Trolling in Modern video that I did. Well, I took it apart. And my plan was to take it apart and sell off some of the pieces, repurpose some of the dual lands, just kind of spread it out amongst my other decks. What actually happened is I took it apart and I thought, there must be something I can do with these pieces, and I looked on MTG Top 8 and I found a deck from 2012. That's right, I found a 12-year-old deck list that looked fun, and he used all the trolls that I had in Troll Worship. And I thought, okay, here we go again. So, wow, that really came on strong, didn't it? So, I rebuilt Troll Worship into Bant Four-Swords. And he's part of the, turn that down a bit more. He's the part of the sideboard. Now, I also have 4 Unsettled Mariner. And I keep thinking I should sell them because I'm not doing anything with them. So Unsettled Mariner is 1 blue, 1 white for a 2/2 shapeshifter that when he comes into play you declare a creature type. And, or do you declare a creature type? Anyway, he's a 2/2 shapeshifter and he gives you and your stuff ward 1. And they should stack. So if I have 2 of them, it should effectively be ward 2 for all my stuff, because each one is giving the other ward 1. Anyway, so I've got these 4 foil Unsettled Mariners I've had for years. I've got Bant Four-Swords. The deck list called for 4 of these in the sideboard. And I'm thinking maybe Unsettled Mariner would be better, if not for the fact the deck is still using 3 Geist of St. Traft with hexproof, 4 Troll Ascetics with hexproof, 4 Sylvan Caryatid with hexproof, and 2 Thrun the Last Row with hexproof. So I don't think I really need the ward. But anyway, it's an option, so that's where these are going, into that Bant Four-Swords deck. Which is actually only 3 swords because I only have 3 extra swords. It's Bant 3 swords and a maul. Now I also got these. Take them apart. For the sideboard. And these are going to be good against the black deck. My mono black deck in my modern ecosystem, it likes throwing creatures in the graveyard, doesn't care if its creatures die because it plans to unearth them. So if they put creatures, you can eat them before they can unearth them, and you get a bigger creature, and they get a little sad because they don't get to bring their creatures back from the dead. So that's what I got from the LDS. Let's see what I got from the post. Let's take a look. Let's just rip this shit open. Ah, rip into this shit. Most of the stuff should be the other cards in my buddy's secondary modern deck. Okay, good. That's easy to open. Okay, yeah. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. So his deck needs 2 deflecting palms. I have them, so I paid a little extra for this one to get this for myself. Oh, that's neat. And the gold is translucent, so I can actually read more of the card through the signature. Oh, that's nice. That's going in Aurelia. So this deflecting palm, that's going in Aurelia. I just set it over there right now. So here's some bullshit. He sent us Paddington bullshit. And these are my buddy's 4 sun-baked canyons. Max, shut it. So there's 4 sun-baked canyons for my buddy's Bant deck. Let's keep going. Let's see what else I got. I love getting stuff in the post. I don't love smacking my camera in the face. Okay, it says sacred. So it must be the Sacred Foundries. I mean, that would be logical, right? Or maybe he's telling me. Maybe he's telling me I need to go back to church. Which, you should go to church. If you support Western civilization, it doesn't matter if you believe. It doesn't matter if you care about it. It doesn't matter if you think that any of it's true. It's a pillar of Western society, and you should support it. Okay, so there's his 4 Sacred Foundries. So with that, he now has 65 out of 75 cards, including the sideboard, for his burn deck. So let's put this over here where you can't see it. This burn deck is coming right along. I like how they package these sometimes. It's like, what the hell? A little cardboard sandwich. Num num. What is this for me? Oh, okay, this is mine. So, I really needed a skull clamp. Come on. And I wanted to feel the deck quicker, so I took the skull clamp out of my vintage Jund deck, so I could field Aurelia earlier. So this will go back into my vintage Jund deck, so I can field it again. Scully clamp. Just rip it all out. Fast as this. Is this for myself or is this for my buddy? Huh. Oh, neat. I got a foil duress as a filler. Oh, that's cool. Give of yourself for completion awaits the cleansed. Okay, that's kind of neat. Okay, this is me. This is mine. So, Korvald has the Dragon Skull Summit. He's got the Woodland Cemetery. He didn't have Rootbound Crag, so I got an Ixalan Rootbound Crag for him. So the Dragon Skull Summit and the Crag are from the same world. What's this? Vivisurgent. I like that he sent me foils as fillers. That's cool. Draw 3 cards, proliferate. Ooh. I can actually use that. If I rebuild the Animar Troll deck, well, not Troll, Hydra, Animar Soul of Hydras, when I rebuild that, this would go in there right as rain. Kinky. Oh, I got a blue sleeve. Okay, last one. I'll try not to smack the camera this time. I know a lot of you are probably still recovering from that. I'm sorry if I gave anybody any kind of coronary incident. You know, what this makes me think of is here's this guy, I think he's an Alpha Collector, and he does the very professional openings where he opens his cards, And he's got a knife and he's very careful. And he opens it because he's got alpha cards. He's got like one card, a common card, that'll be worth more than everything I've shown you today. So he's really careful. And here I am just ripping into the goddamn things. Because I just don't worry about it. Okay, Glidness Guest. I have one of foil in my art binder. This is just a filler. Veteran, what does this guy do? So 6 for 5/5. Yeah. He's also a cleric, rogue, warrior. Okay. Okay, that's kind of cool, but not very interesting. So these are mine. What's funny is, so building his Burrow's Burn deck made me decide I should update mine as well. So I ordered 4 foil roiling vortex for myself. My vortexes I ordered a week after I ordered his, and I got mine earlier than his. I don't have his vortexes yet. I think they're coming from Italy. And these I think came from, where do these come from? From Poland. So these came from Poland faster than cars from Italy. I don't know if there's something about the efficiency of the Polska Post or the inefficiency of the Italian Post. Post Italia. Alright, so that's what I got. That's the cool stuff. So time to start sliding these into decks. Time to really think about that, because if I sacrifice all my lands and I do the thing with the World Shaper I'm thinking of, I have a lot of triggers. Luckily, the genie has a doctorate in mathematics from a prestigious Russian university, so he can figure it out. He can write the formula and figure it out right quick, so I won't have to rack my brain and waste hours trying to resolve the triggers. He can do that. He'd probably like doing that. He likes Storm. He likes bullshit like that. Alright, so that's it. Mail call. And tomorrow I'll do something more interesting. Cheers.